I can do this. Hi, everyone. Again, my name is Bree Blaine. Just wanted to do another video. This will be my second video on kind of depression. No, it's my second video on depression. The first one I did is what I eat when I feel depressed. The reason I did that was to show what I'm able to eat while I'm on when I am depressed. A lot of the times I have to force myself to eat. So those are just the foods that I am able to eat while I am depressed. So this time I wanted to do, originally I had 5. I added a 6th one at the last minute. So it is 6 things that depression does to you from my personal experience. So I want to be as real and raw as possible when talking about stuff like this, so people will have a better understanding. And this is not to paint a picture that people with depression are lazy. It's just a lot of the stuff I mentioned is going to be just a symptom of it. And if you do have depression, and if you're listening to this, maybe you can also connect with it as well. Maybe this will help others around you who don't quite understand, kind of start a conversation like, hey, this happens when I am not feeling good. Like, it is kind of like, I always think of it, and my boyfriend always tells me, hey, think of it as diabetes. You wouldn't tell someone who has I don't know much about diabetes, but I'm sure there's like symptoms of it. So if someone has having some symptoms of diabetes, like, no one would really like get on to them about it. Like, hey, don't do this, or hey, just be normal, like, well, I have diabetes, I can't be normal. I have depression, I can't be, normal. So what I'm going to start with, I have some notes here. So the first thing I want to say, okay. So first, the thing that I experience is I get messy. Not that I am a messy person. I am pretty clean. It's just that upkeep around the house happens less, or not at all. So stuff like laundry piles up, dishes will pile up, clothes on the floor, there'll be clothes all over the floor, dishes in the living room. So I've been going through that going through that phase right now. I'm looking at a plate that I probably should pick up and put away, or not put away, but put in the dishwasher. So just letting things kind of just upkeep. I need to clean the bathroom really bad. It's not, it depends on the person. For some people, it can get really gross. I'm not putting anyone down. It just happens, if you don't upkeep your house, it gets gross. And right now my bathroom is starting to get gross. Usually I clean it once a week, sometimes twice if I'm not feeling well. It's getting in that 2-week mark where it's like there's a ring around the toilet, there's, grime in between the tiles. I need to scrub out. So my thing for me to get over that is to schedule. Part of me will do it when I can, and then part of me will find a day off. So Sunday is one of my days off. I'm going to just clean, cook, get back on track on Sunday, since I can feel myself feeling a little bit better, enough to, I just had lunch, enough to, how can I put it? Enough to just do stuff, to push myself to do it. Sometimes when we have depression, in order to continue with your life, you have to push yourself, and that really sucks. But you got to pay your bills, you got to make sure you don't get sick, stuff like that. So that was one. And this is not in any type of order or anything. This is just how I thought up of them. So that was like the first thing I thought of, since I have been experiencing that currently in my life. Number 2 is personal hygiene and self-care. So I kind of clunked them together. I have gone through an experience where I have not showered all week, and I haven't been to work, and I've been in the same clothes. It happens. It sucks, but it happens. It's part of the, I don't want to say sickness. I mean, I guess it's a mental illness. It's part of the, it's a symptom. And I think as long as you can maybe break free of it, or you have someone, there to help you, kind of get you out of that cycle. I think maybe you need that time to, I don't know, be stinky for a little bit. Sometimes when I do smell and I'm not taking care of myself very well, that is more of my wake up call. Like, I smell like shit, even though I feel like shit. Let's take care of myself. And hygiene and self-care kind of go hand in hand, because when I think of hygiene, I think of showering, and brushing your teeth and hair, and making sure you don't smell bad, your breath doesn't smell bad. But I have definitely been in a position where I have done none of that, and my hair is, I haven't experienced having my hair matted. One, I have short hair, but I guess it can still get matted. The lady had really matted hair from just staying in bed. So I guess my thing again is, I think my tip for all of these, as far as I know from my personal experience, is a lot of it is talking myself out of it, as in talking to myself, having a personal dialogue with myself, kind of be logical, like, okay, why do I need to do this? Well, why do I need to shower? Well, you will feel better, which, I mean, I personally feel better after a shower, especially after a long day, after a workout, after feeling smelly, So it makes me feel better. It probably helps other people around me feel better too, because they don't have to smell me. And it's just, it is self-care. You have to, take a shower to take care of yourself. So that was number 2. So number 3 is also, I kind of clumped everything up together. So it's either overeating or undereating. And also, I guess this can kind of go with anxiety, bathroom issues. So this is where it kind of gets a little TMI from my personal experience. I have done both. I have done overeating and undereating. Overeating has, made me gain a lot of weight, and then of course undereating has made me lose a lot of weight. When I don't want to eat and I undereat, I've somehow gotten around that, but I'll talk about that later. I feel like I'm gonna vomit if I eat. Like, thinking about food makes me feel like I'm gonna vomit if I try to eat it. Like, that's how bad that I don't want to eat in that moment. When I overeat, I want to eat everything, even if it's just like looking in the bag. I have a bag of Cheetos. My go-to food is donuts when I do overeat. So I know I'm not in a good place when I'm getting, half a dozen donuts from Dunkin' Donuts or from like Safeway or somewhere, and I'm eating them all. And even after, well, two things happen after I overeat. One, I want more food. Like it's like I'm never satisfied. And two, it's like I feel full and I want more food, but I also feel because I'm eating bad food, I feel sick. So overeating to the point where I am sick, pretty much, I have done. Bathroom problems, I think I should probably do a separate video, but I will mention this one. When I have bad anxiety, I have, this is hard to admit. I'm gonna admit it. I get bad gas, and I have to I get really bad gas, and you're trying to have a serious conversation with someone, and you get anxiety, and you feel this rumble in your stomach, and you're like, oh crap, I gotta fart. I've only done it in front of my boyfriend. I haven't done it in front of anyone else when I have had bad anxiety. So, but, and bathroom problems. So either peeing or shitting a lot. I'll just briefly mention that. Just going to the bathroom a lot with anxiety, happens to me. So, number 4 is what I have to experience is, and what others probably do is, I mentioned it in the beginning of this video, is like literally forcing myself to do anything. Like you just don't want to move. Like I have to take a piss, not right now, but like I've had to take a piss and I don't want to get up from my seat to take a piss. I mean, I don't think that has anything to do. I mean, I'm trying to think of an example. But just forcing myself to go to work. I have to force myself to go to work. The process of getting ready, the process of going out, the process of locking my door, and the process of walking to my car, even those are very short actions and short distances for me to do. It's like each step you take to do that process of getting ready and getting yourself to work is it's hard. You don't want to do it, but you have to pay your bills. And so even forcing myself to get out of bed when I don't want to get out of bed, forcing myself to eat when I don't feel like I want to eat, because the forcing myself to eat is so I have energy. Like I'm not overeating. I'm eating like the right amount of food, or as much food as I can in the right amount. 'Cause sometimes I won't finish all of my meal. So forcing myself to take care of myself to get the nutrients that I need to continue my day. That's what I mean by forcing myself to eat. Even because I want to get in shape, I want to get in better shape, want to lose some pounds, and so forcing myself to go to the gym, just forcing yourself to take care of yourself, basically, like all around, is like you want to punch a hole in the wall because you have to live. For me, it's like I have to continue to keep living. I can't stop. No one else is going to stop for you either. And that's just how my thought process is for me. Like, this is what I tell myself. The world is not going to stop for you because you have depression. It would be nice. But this is me telling that to myself. If you have a different way of telling yourself to keep going, I'd say keep doing that. But that's my thought process. That is my thought process for myself, that the world is not going to stop. I have to keep up. That's just me. The next one is tired and weakness. So, and it goes hand in hand with forcing myself. Even though I'm tired and I feel weak, I have to force myself to. But yeah, it just, you get a full night's rest and you're still tired. I could probably sleep for 10 hours, wake up and still feel tired, and still feel weak. And, just getting up from the couch, getting up from my chair, even walking to like the kitchen or to the bed, walking into another room in my apartment, you just feel like you want to collapse. That's the best I can describe it, is just everything to keep yourself from collapsing. Just doing anything, even just, lifting your arm to, you're sitting down and doing this. That doesn't look okay. But you know what I mean? Like, doing this feels like it's heavy. You feel weighed down. It's like you want to melt into the surface. Not in like a fun, groovy way. But like just in a, I don't know how to, I don't know how else to explain that heaviness, that weakness, that tiredness. It's just, that is for me the part that I struggle with, that makes you want to just give up. Because it's like, okay, my body's gonna give up, so what good is it gonna do to push my body when it doesn't want to do it? So that is what gets me. Usually, once you force yourself, at least for me, once I force myself to start doing regular things, it will go away. Not completely, but a lot of the stuff I deal with depression, it doesn't completely go away, but it's manageable. So I would love for it to completely go away, but I don't think with my bipolar, I don't think it will completely go away. I think we'll always have to experience that. To a point, it will get better, but I have to work hard. Like, I have to work extra hard, like anyone else with mental illness, to just feel better, to just feel, I don't like using the word normal, but feeling like you have less of a mental illness is what I'm trying to say. So the sixth one that I added is what, I guess the way I number them is actually the way I do experience them. I had to switch my phones. I use a Wi-Fi phone. Does anyone use like an old phone? Have an old phone laying around that they still use? Anyway, that's what I was doing. Because my memory on my, let's stop doing that. My memory on my other phone, my phone that I use, is pretty full. It's real full. Anyway, what I was saying. Sorry if the frame is off. But this one's actually better quality looking. Better quality looking? Okay. Is getting off track with like your goals. You kind of just are. It's hard to explain, but the best I can explain it is you just get off track. It from your goals, pretty much. Like even little goals, big goals. My goal is to take my meds. I have to take them twice a day. So I'll sometimes get off track with that. Usually when I start to, is going to be getting off track. Whether that's with life goals, small goals, just getting off track with working out, diet, stuff like that. I don't want to say slack off, but that's the best I can describe it. Is kind of like you're kind of slacking off. You're falling off the train or the wagon, whatever that saying goes, which happens to me. That happens a couple times a year. This last time I did notice it, which is positive. So I am glad that I was able to notice it. It's not going to be perfect. I'm not going to be able to fix it right away, but I did notice it. And I'm one of those people, and a lot of people with depression are one of those people that you have to work like 100 times as hard as someone without depression, whether it be at work. Work is a struggle for me. And so when I start to get off track with that, paying attention to it, it's like I really had to pay attention to a lot of stuff with your relationship. Sometimes there are times where it seems like I care deeply and so much for my boyfriend and for his feelings, and there are times where I will act like I just don't care, which is he knows it's a lie, not a lie. He knows it's not true, but my actions will just, or it will hurt him. Getting off track with therapy, it's kind of like what I feel it is kind of like it's like I'm not there. It's like I'm just floating through life. I'm not making any progress or anything. I'm either staying the same or I'm dipping down below and not noticing it. And that scares me because that has caused a lot of problems. And I'm working very hard on not doing that. And then my memory gets really bad as well too. Like I get off track and then I really start to forget to do stuff. I just remember to do something right now that I need to do. So this is okay. Well, you know what? It's gonna be framed like that. I think I'm done. I want to take these eyelashes off. Although if you can look and see, I think my makeup is looking pretty bomb today, if I don't say so myself. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your views. Go ahead and click, if you like the video, click the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, I would suggest you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Have a good day, weekend, week, whatever the day of the week it is that you're watching. Bye.